how's it going? Welcome back to another reaction video. It's a part of the series where me and Emmett suggest songs to each other and then we tell each other what we think of it. We introduce these with the video that we'll watch right now, and then we'll get into the reaction and we'll see how it goes. Alright, let's get into it.
I think we're ready.
Damn, alright. I didn't know he was gonna introduce it like that. I mean, I've heard him sing before on Discord and stream, but yeah, what a way to introduce it.
Where'd that voice come from? Anyway. Oh, this was on. I guess we'll leave that in.
Okay.
This is the Grey Tapes. Basically, what the Grey Tapes are is me reviewing and talking about things that are relevant to me. If I sound sick, it's because I'm getting over a sickness. But what this specific version of the Grey Tapes is music. This is the fourth iteration of this, and what that music is basically me explaining why a song means something to me and why I like it. Sometimes it's just as much as that I just like the song and I like the way it bops, and other times, like this time, it is a song that is near and dear to my heart that I want to explain, and these tapes are just going to be left for whoever may watch them, whether it be my children in the future or some reactor out in the world who maybe plays guitar. You know, I don't know.
There's some reactor somewhere.
But that's the idea behind these. And I think the first thing we should get to is the song name is, I believe. No, it's just Believe by the artist Brooks and Dunn. Now, this is the first time we have country on this list.
Okay.
It's been a lot of rap, it's been a lot of hip hop, but this is a song that's near and dear to my heart. I was raised Catholic, which means I'm not Catholic. I consider myself, and I guess the majority of what I would call myself religiously would be Norse pagan, and I follow those traditions much more than I follow the Catholic traditions. But the funny thing is, this song still fits within that belief. Because the song overall is just about believing in something more than yourself, about a belief in a higher power or something greater than ourselves within this universe that we're in. And this song has many a times been in my soundtrack of depression in life. And I think the thing that's beautiful about it is I've had a similar relationship to the one that's being talked about in the song with people before, with a few people from my childhood who are all gone now, rest in peace. But it's this song always brings back a lot of memories, and this is also a song that when I used to take vocal lessons as a child, this was my warm-up song. This was the song that I would work my way up to and be the first thing that we would work on every day. And this was one of the first songs that I learned breath control and things of that nature. I fucked up the recording, but that's fine. That stays in. Who cares? That's my phone. I apologize. But yeah, this is a song that's been on my soundtrack of life for a very long time, and I absolutely love the song. Brooks and Dunn do an incredible job. And if you ask what country music is or what it means or what a good country song is, this to me embodies everything good about a country song. A beautiful story, a little bit of sadness, just simplistic, beautiful music in the back, just mixed perfectly, and a really deep, beautiful voice that just, whoo! Also, just in general, the more I make these, the more that I realize that I just like songs that have story. The ones that really stick with me in life are the ones that have a story behind them or have a meaning that I can connect with, or that I can understand looking at it from their perspective, which is how I usually enjoy music, which is really cool for me to kind of experience and dissect my own thinking about music. I've rambled on enough. This has been, well, this is the Grey Files, I guess is what I'm going to call this. I don't know. This is just, I'm not going to call this the Grey Files. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this. I mean, this is just a beautiful thing. It's still a beautiful song that I've refound recently, because I kind of strayed away from a lot of songs that related to religion when I pretty much left Christianity and found my own way. And now we're here because this song fits within that as well. It's just literally about believing in something more than yourself, and it's a beautiful song. So, to the weary traveler who finds these tapes, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you on the next.
All right. Cool. So, country. I personally don't listen to country directly. I listen to a lot of blues, which, you know, kind of crosses that line between country and blues pretty often. But I don't listen to a lot of like straight up country. And regarding religion, I myself don't believe in anything higher than life, but I can understand why people are religious and why they find comfort in their religion. So I'm curious to see if this is purely about religion, or like he said, purely just about believing in something, you know, above. Something, believing in something other than yourself is what he said, I believe. Let's get into it. I'm also going to pull up the lyrics next to it. All right, here we go.
Old man Wrigley lived in that White House down the street where I grew up. Mama used to send me over with things. We struck a friendship up, spent a few long summers out on his old porch swing. Said he was in the war, went in the Navy, lost his wife, lost his baby. Broke down and asked him one time, how you keep from going crazy? He said, I see my wife and son in just a little while. I asked him what he meant. He looked at me and smiled, said, I raised my hands, bow my head. I'm finding more and more truth in the words written in red. They tell me that there's more to life than just what I can see. Oh, I believe.
All right. Got this really chill vibe. It's I can see what they mean, or what Emmett means in talking about something, you know, above yourself, outside of just yourself. And because I have Genius up, I can get some of the references since I don't know like every single thing in the English language, since my primary language is Dutch. Words written and read is apparently like quotes from Jesus Christ in the Bible that are apparently also printed and read. So that's the reference of that. And basically he's talking about how the neighbor who has been in the Navy lost his wife and his baby. And he uses God and praying and going to church, I guess, to speak to those that he's lost. I guess we're just going to go through the years of whatever this person who's singing, or I guess who wrote this song, has been through, and referencing that. Let's keep going.
A few years later, I was off at college, talking to Mom on the phone one night, getting all caught up on the gossip, the ins and outs of the small town life. She said, oh, by the way, son, old man Wrigley's died. Later on that night, I laid there thinking back, thought about a couple long lost summers. I didn't know whether to cry or laugh. If there was ever anybody deserved a ticket to the other side, it'd be that sweet old man who looked me in the eye, said, I raised my hands, just what I can see. I can't quote the book, the chapter or the verse.
Ooh, I like the switch up.
You can't tell me it all ends in a slow ride in a hearse. You know I'm more and more convinced the longer that I live. Yeah, this can't be, no, this can't be, no, this can't be all there is. Lord, I raise my hands, bow my head. Oh, I'm finding more and more truth in the words written in red. They tell me that there's more to this than just what I can see. I believe. I believe. I believe.
Man, that was fucking beautiful. Sorry for swearing, by the way. Holy shit. That was really heart-wrenching. What I could tell by the lyrics is obviously what I said before, where things happen, things change, and the Bible and praying and looking for a God to find yourself and to help yourself in those harder times is a really comforting, really heartwarming way to live through those times. And I can definitely see why people find comfort in that. And I said that before. It's something that I myself don't use, but I can definitely see why people do it. And I can definitely see why people who are religious live the way that they do. Besides that, the song itself is a fairly slow, simple song with quite a build-up at the end with the second chorus. And instrument-wise, it's mostly like guitar, acoustic guitar, then got probably a lap steel in the back, which you usually do with country music. And then you got the organ, which is also prevalent in both country and blues music, to kind of add more layers to the music and to make more of a peak in the song. And then they've also got backing vocals to kind of add to that, which gives it the more big, or the bigger, and the grander feel, and therefore also leaves it off with a really coherent, really nice ending to the song. I really like that song. It's a lot different from what Emmett has suggested before, and I like that switch up as well from the other music. I could definitely understand why Emmett likes this song, and I would say that I'd probably listen to this again if this came up on my Spotify playlist. That's my way of rating songs, so if I do or don't want to listen to it again. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Also, the video was really nice. It was a really nice addition because it's telling the same story but in a more visual way, for if you can't really get it through the lyrics or just to add to it. And then at the end, he comes back to the place of the old man who was praying and told him about his way with the religion. And he had sadly passed away as well, with the Bible and a picture of his family at the end there as well. So that's a really nice touch. I hope you enjoyed that reaction. I also suggested a song to Emmett. If you want to see that reaction, it'll be down in the description or right at the end screens here. Also, I'm sorry for the little switch up in my setup. I've moved everything around quite a bit because I've got my home studio set up right now, which you'll be able to see in this picture right here. Besides that, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day or evening, depending on what time it is for you. And I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Why did I do that? Since when do I... Goodbye. All right, cool.